It's been quite a while since I made a video on Cardano NFTs, and recently they are blowing up quite a bit, and only right before the Las Vegas convention for Cardano NFTs this weekend. And first things first, let's cover what the market looks like right now. Essentially, we have seen the most volume we've seen since early September on NFTs in Cardano. Yesterday, over 1.2 million ADA and NFTs of volume was done, and this doesn't account for fungible tokens as well, like the tokens on DEXs and all other swaps. In general, Cardano NFTs have been a lot slower compared to the previous all-time high months back when we saw them, 5 or 6 months ago. But recently, a few projects have been doing some exciting things and prompting some sparks within the community, as well as a lot of volume for their projects. Notably, Ape Society has reached a 5,200 floor in Cardano, and that is the highest floor we've seen in a long time. Space Buds, Claymates, it's higher than all those right now, all the other blue chips on Cardano, and a lot of people are interested in what's going on, not only in the NFTs, but also in the fungible token side of things. As you can see here, 633,000 in volume in the past 24 hours. And that's half of their 7-day volume. So over the past few days, it has been crazy, hence the all-time high spike here. But if we go to tap tools, you will see that if we go to Society token, which is the token for that project, we have 600K in ADA volume here as well. So this is separate, basically 1.2 million ADA of volume just for this project alone in the past 24 hours. And a lot of other projects, Meld and others, are also seeing a ton of volume here. When we put them together, they do add up to quite a bit, even though we're in a more bear market. Honestly, I don't think this one day of peak volume is some absolutely mind-boggling event, but it is interesting to see that leading up to the first Cardano NFT convention, we see some major NFT volume. Now, it does line up that it's one project mostly making most of the volume, but it's interesting to see that people are getting excited and actually want to participate in the markets, bring liquidity in, and buy NFTs again. To be honest, even me myself, I haven't been all that interested in looking at this chart for the past few months. I haven't really been paying attention. I've really just been holding the projects that I like and that I have a lot of, and doing that, basically just holding them, not really investing too much more between paying taxes and everything else. Really just been trying to survive through the bear market, but seeing people get excited right before an NFT convention is really nice. Of course, when we scroll out to all-time volume, you could see this still is a large spike for volume on yesterday's date, but in the grand scheme of things, compared to 3 million ADA up here, it is not quite as much. It is still a third of it, but these large spikes we used to see, over 1 million ADA every day in May and in January, so in the early parts of the year. I do think we will see this come back to a point of huge volumes. I just don't know if it's now. I don't think this is the beginning of it. I still do think we are going to go down in terms of interest for cryptocurrencies in general, and that will include Cardano NFTs. However long it takes though, there's still lots of opportunities in the markets, especially with fungible tokens and not just NFTs, the project tokens, and also other tokens that aren't necessarily tied to NFTs, but platforms like Liquid Finance, Sunday, MinSwap, Meld, stuff like that is very important and will be big drivers if these platforms see success. I also want to mention that in terms of NFTs, a lot of things are being still propelled forwards by the technology that people create to use NFTs with. So for example, we have here an NFT project, SpacePugs Alpha, distributed 16,000 ADA to 217 holders in a single transaction with a script by Anvil Development Agency deployed, and the total transaction cost for this transaction to 217 holders was not even a full ADA. So pretty much it was less than 40 cents. It was like 30 cents, less than 30 cents. It was like a quarter. And that's pretty amazing. A lot of people will just say 1 TPS Cardano, but 1 TPS that can deliver 16,000 ADA across 217 people is a strong transaction, which is why it's very hard to gauge TPS and use that metric against other blockchains, along with a lot of other metrics that suit different blockchains, because every single blockchain is different. So keep that in mind when you see metrics or charts lined up against each other comparing blockchains and their transaction speed, or some feature of them is checked off and not for Cardano. It's always very relative to which blockchain we're looking into and how they do things. Also keep in mind that if you want to earn passive ADA on your ADA and you don't want to spend all of it on NFTs, you can do so with the Jack stake pool. That's it for today's video. Cardano NFTs, I haven't talked about them much in the past few months, but they are seeing a little bit of a rise right now and leading up to the Cardano NFT convention. Hope to see you guys at the convention. It's been your friend Jack. Peace out.